Who remembers this brilliant catchphrase from comedy icons? It's good night from me and good night from him. Remember, of course, the brilliant two Ronnies, who were a spectacular success, all thanks to their Saturday night TV show over here on BBC television. A sort of rival, if you like, to Morecambe and Wise. But of course, they weren't really friends, not in the way that Eric and Ernie had built up their lasting legacy of friendship, turning it into comedy gold, of course. Now, I was lucky enough to meet Ronnie Corbett on a number of occasions. A wonderful man, let me tell you, very funny man, and of course had a spectacular career. A lot of people don't realise that Ronnie was in fact a solo stand-up comedian and really got his big break at a club called Winston's, all thanks to Danny LaRue, the female impersonator who had his own club, and then of course he went on to LaRue's, and his wife and also was part of the act, a beautiful dancer, and they had a very loving and long-lasting marriage. Now, on the show from time to time, people ask me questions like, have you met this person, or did you interview that person, or that sort of stuff. But this particular question really made me smile, because he said, Neil, I don't know if you noticed this, but I spotted this particular gentleman in an episode of The Saint with your chum, Sir Roger Moore. Would that be true? Of course. We did a bit of investigating. Let me explain. Morning, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much. And as ever, I just wanted to say, comedy sort of duos, they either work or they don't. I don't know if you feel the same way. When you look at things like Burns and Allen over in America, of course, big sort of comedy duo. I loved, of course, George Burns individually. I thought he was a very clever man. Some of my favourite comedians, in fact, are from the American market. Jack Benny, I thought his timing was brilliant. Forever 39. My sort of man, do you know what I'm saying? Just great fun, wasn't he? Ronnie Corbett and Ronnie Barker, though, had a spectacular sort of success for so many years, put together by a BBC TV producer, and it was kind of like to fill in the summer schedules when Morecambe and Wise, Eric and Ernie, were busy doing summer seasons. Now, as I said, I was lucky enough to meet Ronnie Corbett on a number of occasions. Lovely man, very down to earth, very funny, and really could hold, a sort of room with his personality. He just had such a sort of charisma about him, really. It was a lot of fun. Small in stature, big on laughs. And I did ask him about his previous career, and the person who sent in, by the way, Walter, thank you, he basically said he'd spotted Ronnie in an episode of The Saint, and could it be true? Now, Ronnie did appear in 1963 in an episode called The Beggar Kings, playing the role of Nicky, a very small part. And basically what Ronnie told me was he was trying to sort of move himself out of the cabaret world, which he was in, and into, either sort of comic acting, serious acting. And he knew Sir Roger Moore from coming into the club with his then wife, the Welsh superstar, Dorothy Squires. And that truly is how Ronnie Corbett ended up in The Saint. Fascinating stuff, isn't it, when you think it's all interconnected. Now, of course, he went on to be more known for comedy and situation comedy, but Ronnie told me that really he would have very much liked to have written comedy for others, because sometimes he felt, because of his stature and because of the nature of the way he was, that this certain comedy wouldn't work. And he always loved offering ideas to other comedians and other comics. Proof, of course, that if you're a nice guy all round, good things happen. But yes, Walter, well spotted for spotting Ronnie Corbett, indeed, in an episode of The Saint from 1963. It's always good to do a bit of investigating and share with everyone. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.